Good afternoon. Today our lesson is circumference of a circle. Before talking about the circumference, let's see some previous knowledge related to circles. Parts of a circle. Can you remember these parts? Parts of the circle. Diameter. Radius. Sector of a circle. And arc, this red color line. Arc. And central angle. These things you have learned in grade 8. Today we are talking about the circumference of a circle. What is called as a circumference? Here look at this figure. In this circle, this middle line is called as the diameter. This is the diameter. And this moving red color line, can you see this moving red color line? That line implies the circumference. That line is called as the circumference of the circle, not the middle area. This is not the area. Circumference equal to the perimeter. When we talking about the perimeter of a circle, perimeter of a square, rectangle, what we do? Can you remember? When we find in the perimeter of a square, rectangle, we add all the sides. Length around the figure is called as a perimeter. Then if there's a square, we add all the 4 sides. If there's a rectangle, we add all the 4 sides of in a rectangle. Opposite sides are equal. There are 2 pairs. There are 2 equal pairs. Now, when we consider about a circle, perimeter we specify by a certain name. The name is circumference. Circumference means the length of this line of the circle. There's a relationship between circumference of a circle and the diameter. Using that relationship, we can solve problems. Okay. If there's a circle, without using formulae, normally we can get the circumference by using this method. If there's a circular coin or lid or something, you can take a thread. And keep the thread this way around that circular object. Keep the thread around that circular object and keep that tightly and get that length to the thread. Get this length. After that, you can remove that thread and you can keep the thread on a straight edge. You can keep the thread on ruler. And using the ruler, using the straight edge, you can measure the circumference. Otherwise, no method to measure the circumference of the circle, because the circle, there's a curved line. So the method is we can take a thread and get the circumference to the thread, and using the straight edge we can get the circumference. Okay, but we can't do this thing always. There should be some convenient method. So we are checking for a formula to find the circumference of a circle. Let's see. The relationship between diameter and circumference. When there's a relationship between the diameter and the circumference of a circle, that relationship is circumference means this length of this line, diameter, now you know the diameter. If we divide when we get any circle, if we divide the circumference by the diameter, always that value is same. Think you get the circumference of a 1 rupee coin. You measure the circumference of a 1 rupee coin using a thread. Okay, and you measure the diameter also. And if you divide the circumference by the diameter, then always you will get the same value. If you cut circles of different sizes, and using a thread, if you measure that circumference and if you divide that circumference by the diameter, then always you will get the same value. That means circumference over diameter, circumference divided by diameter, that value is always a constant value, a definite value. That value we denote by a certain Greek letter. This letter is called as pi. Okay, then using this letter we define that constant. Okay, in all the circles, circumference, when you divide circumference by the diameter, that value is same. That constant value we denote by using this Greek letter. Okay, now you know this D can be taken to other side using cross multiplication. Cross multiplication. What is called as cross multiplication? Cross multiplication means if there's an equation sign, you can move the terms to the either sides of the equation sign like a cross. If there's a division and multiplication only, if there are some terms adding to that, then you can't use the cross multiplication. If there are divisions and multiplications only here, then you can use the cross multiplication. You can move the term in the denominator in this side to the numerator of the opposite side. If you want, you can move the term in denominator of this side to the numerator of other side, and you can multiply with that term. So here this D move to other side, then D into 5, 5D. So as I told you, there's a relationship between the diameter and the circumference. Then C equal 5D. This is the formula. We use this formula to find the circumference of the circle if you know the diameter. In a circle, in a circle, how to find the diameter? You can find the diameter by if you can fold that circle, you can fold the circle into two equal parts. That folding line is the diameter. So what the formula for the circumference of a circle is C equals circumference first letter C. Circumference first letter is C. Therefore, we denote circumference by C. Diameter first letter is D. Therefore, we denote diameter by D. Then the formula equals C equals 5D. C equals 5D. There's another formula. If you have given the radius, then you can use the second formula to find the circumference. That formula is C equals 2 pi r. C equals 2 pi r. Why we put 2 here? You know that diameter D, diameter of a circle, diameter equal to 2 times the radius, r plus r. So r plus r equal 2r. R plus r equal 2r. Then diameter D equals 2r. So in this formula, to the place of D, we put 2r. If we put 2r to the place of D, what happened? 5 into 2r. 5 into 2r, 2 5 r. 5 into 2r, 2 5 r. If the diameter is given in the problem, then you can use C equals 5D. If you have given radius, then you can use C equals 2 pi r. Okay. According to the problem, you have to select which formula should be used. Now let's see some problems. Here what you have to remember is always when we doing calculations, we use this letter phi, the value of the letter phi equal to (22/7). We use this letter phi, the value of letter phi equal to 22/7. Normally, in all the problems, if you use this formula for any problem, always you have to use 22/7 to the place of phi. You have to replace phi with 22/7. You have to substitute that value. Okay. Let's see some problems. Find the circumference of a circle. Find the circumference of the circle with measurement given below. Use 22/7 for the value of phi. Okay. They have given the radius. If they have given radius, which formula is easy to use? Which one should be used? C equal to phi r or C equal phi d? Which one? C equal to phi r or C equal phi d? Which one is more suitable for doing Roman number 1? Radius is given. So we have to use C equals 2 pi r. R means radius. R means radius. R radius. The first letter of radius is r. So we represent radius by r. Okay. So therefore we use this formula. C equals 2 pi r, because they have given radius. Now let's substitute. Very easy. Now we have to substitute. C means circumference. 2 phi r means 2 multiplied by, substitute the value for phi. What is the value of phi? You have to use 22/7 for phi. Let's put that 22/7. 2 phi radius r. What is the value of radius here? Radius is 7 centimeters. So to the place of r, you have to put 7. Okay. Now let's simplify. Can you remember, you can cut numerator with denominator this way. Numerator can be simplified with the denominator. And this way also you can simplify numerator with denominator. Check whether you can simplify or not. Here this 7 is in the numerator. No? This is one line. This is the line below that. Okay. There's a one below this. There's a one, another one below this. No need to put that one. You have to understand. You have to understand that this 7 is in the numerator. This 22 and 2 are in the numerator. This 7 is in the denominator. So no need to put these ones. But you have to identify that. Now we can cut this 7 with this 7. 7 into 1. 7 into 1. Okay. Now we can multiply. No need to write the denominator 1. Normally we don't write denominator 1. That is useless writing denominator 1. If the 1 is in the numerator, you have to write 2 into 2, 4. 2 into 2, 4. 44. Remember that you have a compulsory question for the O-level exam in the first paper, part B. In O-level exam, first paper, part B. That question is 10 marks problem is there. That question is from circumference and area of a circle from that lesson. Okay. So that is a very important lesson. Now let's see when the diameter is given. Diameter is 21 meters. Now let's use the other formula, not this one. What is the other formula? C equals 5D. Not 2 is there. 2, if radius is given, then diameter equal to r, so 2 phi r. But here C equals 5D. This formula is C equals 5D. So for all the problems, you can use that. Phi is 22/7. Phi is 22/7. Diameter is 21. This diameter 21 is in the numerator. Denominator is 1. No need to put this one, but you have to understand that is 21 in the numerator. So you can cut n with d. N with d. Cut this denominator with this 21. 7 into 3, 21. Now let's multiply. 3 into 2, 6. 3 into 2, 6. 66 centimeters. Here not centimeters. What is the unit? Here unit is meters. Yeah, 66 meters. Okay. Now let's move to next part. Next problem. Now radius is given as 10.5 centimeters. 10.5 decimal numbers are there. I will tell you an easy method. Some problems you can cut using 3.5s. 3.5s. Okay. 3.5s. 3.5 plus 3.5, 7. Let's get 3.5 plus 3.5. 5 plus 5, 0. 3 plus 3, 6. Okay. Here 1 go to other side. 3 plus 3, 6 and 1, 7. 7. Okay. Then we want to get 10.5. I will add another 3.5. Some problems you can easily simplify when we consider about 3.5s. And now let's get 5 plus 0, 5. 3 plus 10, 3 plus 7, 10. 10.5. Let's add another 3.5 for this problem. That is enough. But I will tell you when other problems are given, this method is easy to simplify. 5 plus 5, 10. So write 0. 1 go to other side. 3 and 1, 4. So here 4 decimal point and 1, 14. If we add another 3.5, four plus 3, 7. 1, 17.5. So think this way. 2 3.5s. 2 3.5s equal 7. 7 means 2 3.5s. When we add another 3.5, that means 10.5 means 3 3.5s. How many 3.5s? 3 3.7 means 2 3.5s. What about 14? If we can use this for any problem, you can use this way. For 14, there are 4 3.5s. For 17.5, there are 5 zeros. No need to write this for all the problems. Just remember that. Okay. Okay. Just remember, no need to do this for all the problems. Just remember for 7, there are 2 3.5s. For 10.5, there are 3 3.5s. No need to remember for the 14, but remember for the 17.5. For 17.5, there are 5 3.5s. Now, radius 10.5 means for 10.5, there are 3 3.5s. Remember that. Let's use the formula C equals Radius, therefore 2 5 r. 2 5 r. 2 into 5 means 22/7. 5. Radius is 10.5. So put 10.5 for radius. Substitute the values. 5 is 22/7. Radius is 10.5. Now can you remember? I told you you can cut using 2.5s, 3.5s. Okay. How many 3.5s are there for 7? Now can you remember? How many 3.5s are there for 7? There are, yes, very good. 2 3.5s are there. For 10.5, how many 3.5s? Can you remember?
3.
3, yes. Okay, this way you can simplify. Now, no decimals here. So, therefore, very easy to calculate. Decimals are not there now. Now, this 2 can be simplified with this 2 because that is in the denominator, numerator, this one in the denominator. So, N and D you can simplify now this, cut this with this one. Now, in the numerator, 22 and 3 are there. So, you can multiply. 3 into 2, 6. 3 into 2, 6. 66 centimeters. Okay. Now let's see this one. They have given diameter, but that is a mixed number. We can convert the mixed number into an improper fraction and do the calculations, but you have to select the correct formula. If the diameter is given, C equals 5D. Phi. The value of phi is always, it is a constant value. Here, here phi is not definitely, phi is not equal to, phi is not exactly equal to 22/7. But for the calculation, for the calculations only we use this 22/7 is equal to the value of phi, but that is exactly not the 22/7. That is an approximate value only. When we doing mathematical problems, when we solving mathematical problems, we use that approximate value. Okay, remember that 22/7. Phi is 22/7. Diameter is 17 and half. 17 and half. 5D, 5 multiplied by diameter. Now in the next step, let's convert that into improper fraction. 22/7 into denominator is 2. 17 multiplied by 2. 17 multiplied by 2. 2 into 7. 2 into 7. 14. 1 remaining. 2 into 1. 2, 2 plus 1. 3. 34. But remember that you have to add this one also. 2 into 17 plus 1. 2 into 17, 34. 34 plus this numerator 1, 35. 35. Now that is the improper fraction. Okay. Now let's simplify. You can cut n with d, n and d. To this side also you can cut the numerator and denominator. Therefore, let's simplify. 2 here 11, 2 into 11, 7, 7 into 1, 7, 7 into 5, 35. 7 into 5, 35. Now we simplified all the terms in the denominator. So numerator only remaining. 5 multiplied by 1, 5. 5 multiply this, multiply by with this 1. 5 into 5, 5 into 1, 5. 55. Don't forget to put the unit. Here the unit is meters. So answer is 55 meters. If you have given the radius, use C equal to 5r. If you have given the diameter, use this formula, C equals 5d. And remember that how to cut using 3.5s. Can you remember? 7 can be simplified with 3.5. For 7, there are 2 3.5s. For 10.5, there are 3 3.5s. So if we cut using this method, then decimals are not there. So calculations are easy. Now look at this problem. Radius is given 15.4 centimeters. 15.4 centimeters. If radius is given, use C equals 2πr, that formula. 2πr. Now let's substitute. 2 into 5 means 22/7. Radius is 15.4, but you can't simplify 15.4 using 3.5. So, okay, we have to use some another method. How to simplify that? How to simplify 15.5? Think about 154. Think about 154. If 154 is there, how we simplify? How we divide by 7? 7 into 2, 14. 5 minus 4, 1. 1 minus 1, 0. Take this 4 to here. Then 14, 7 into 2, 14. 14 minus 14, 0. Here we have 15.4. If the decimal point is there, then here decimal point. So you can cut 7 with 15.4, then that is 2.2. 2.2. Okay. Now let's simplify. You can multiply. First, let's multiply these two. 2 into 2, 4. 2 into 2, 4. 44 multiplied by 2.2. 44 multiplied by 2.2. Let's multiply 44 by 22 first. Two into 4, 8. 2 into 4, 8. 2 into 4, 8. 2 into 4, 8. 8. 8 and 8, 16. 1 go to other side. 8 and 1, 9. Then 968. 968. But we have to separate decimal places. Here there's one decimal place. Can you see right in the right hand side? One decimal place is there. So here also you have to separate one decimal place. 96.8 is the answer. Let's use C equals 5D. C equals 5D. You know 5 is 22 over 7. For the calculations only we use this. But remember that that is not exact value. Diameter D is 3 and substitute that 3 and 1 over 9. Now after this step, this is a grade 8 problem. Can you remember there was a lesson in the second term, multiplication of fractions. Now this is similar to that lesson. Hereafter you can simplify if you know grade 8 things. Denominator is 9. 9 into 3, 27. 27 plus 1, 28. You can cut N and D, numerator, denominator, numerator, denominator. So, 7 into 1, 7. 7 into 4, 28. But these two can't be divided by the same number. So, keep that. 4 into 2, 8. 4 into 2, 8. In the denominator, 1 into 9, 9. Normally, we don't keep the answer as a mixed improper fraction. If you have, if you can convert into a decimal. Otherwise, you can convert into a mixed number. Easier way is convert that into a mixed number. How many 9s are there for 88? 9 into 9, 81. So you can get 9 9s. 9 into 9, 81. 81. 88 minus 81, remainder is 7. So our answer is 9 and 7. Now perimeter of a semicircular lamina. What is called as a semicircle? Lamina means, what is called as lamina? Lamina means if you draw a circle, and using the scissor, if you cut that circular, the circle you cut from the paper is a circular lamina. 1 rupee coin, that is also a circular lamina. Then perimeter of a circular lamina. Semicircular. Semicircular means from this circle, through the diameter, we divide the circle into two equal parts. Through the diameter, we divide the circle into two equal parts and we get only one half. So what is called as a perimeter? Perimeter means length around the figure. So what about the perimeter of the semicircle? You have to consider this arc. Consider this arc. So there's a curved line. You have to take this line. That is called as arc. This line is called as, can you remember at the beginning of the lesson, I recalled the names of that parts of a circle. This is called as an arc. This line is called as an arc. So you have to get that semicircular arc. And here to here, this length is called as radius. So here to here also, it is radius. Then r plus r, you have to get this line also because perimeter means length around the figure. Then r plus r means 2r. You have to get that 2r also. So how to make a formula for perimeter of a semicircular lamina? You know, to find the circumference of a circle, C equals 2 pi r. But here we consider semicircular arc only, half of this circle. Semicircular arc means this line. This line is a semicircular arc. Okay, we want to find this part, that is half of this. So how to get that? The arc length of a semicircle of radius r equal to arc length. Okay, here we find arc length. Arc length is half into this formula. Semicircle means half of this. Therefore, we multiply this 2 phi r. Multiply this 2 phi r by half. Multiplying by half means getting half of this. Multiplying by half means getting half of this. So, half into 2 phi r. Half into 2 phi r. Now you know, you can cut numerator and denominator. Therefore, you can cut this 2 with this numerator 2. When you cut with this 2, then 1 remain, 1 into 1, 5 r. So, remember that if complete circle is there, the circumference is 2 phi r. If semicircular arc is there, then using phi r, you can find semicircle. Okay, phi r. Semicircular arc is phi r. So you can get the distance from here to here equal to phi r. So let's write here phi r. That length is phi r. And I told you, here to here the distance is r. Here to here r plus r, 2r. So this distance is 2r. Perimeter means length around the figure. So here the semicircle perimeter is this arc length plus diameter. Arc length plus diameter. Diameter means here 2 times radius, 2r. So 5r plus 2r. Therefore, to find the perimeter of a semicircle, diameter should be added to the arc length. Arc length 5r, diameter 2r. Then the perimeter of a semicircle is 5r plus 2r. What is that? 5r plus 2r. No need to remember those things. Remember c equals to 5r only. Whole circle is 2 5r. Semicircular arc is 5r. Perimeter is 5r plus 2r. If you have to find only arc, then you have to get only 5r. If you have to find the perimeter, then you have to add the diameter also, that is 2r. Okay. Now let's see some problems related to that. Some semicircular laminas are given here. Let's understand that problem. A compound figure means two or more plane figures are combined. Compound figure consisting of two semicircular laminas of radius 14 centimeters and diameter 14 centimeters respectively is shown in the figure. Find its perimeter. Use 22/7 for the value of 5. Here the perimeter means how many parts we have to add. You have to add the distance from here to here. So this arc should be added. That is 1. Perimeter means length around the figure. So you have to add here to here, that's semicircular arc. After that you have to add this semicircular arc also. That is the second part you have to add. Length around the figure, no? We came from here to here. Now to complete the figure, you have to add this part also. Then this is the third line. But you don't add this line because that is in the middle. Don't add that line. Perimeter means length around the figure. So add these 3 parts. Now let's see. Radius is 14. So here to here 14. Diameter is 4. Radius is 14. Radius 14 means in the bigger circle, bigger semicircle, radius. In the bigger semicircle, 14 is radius. But in the smaller semicircle, 14 means diameter. Okay. 14 means diameter. Here to here distance of this circle means that is diameter. But when you consider about bigger circle, 14 means radius. Arc length of a semicircle of radius r is, now you know 5r. If you use directly 5r, that is also okay. 5r. Arc length of the semicircle of radius 14 centimeters. Semicircle of radius 14 centimeters. That means this bigger semicircle. I will draw this way. Bigger semicircle. Radius is 14. In the bigger semicircle, this 14 means radius. So half into 2 phi r. If you want, you can use directly phi r. Half into 2 phi r. So half into 2 into 5 means 22/7 into, here the radius of the bigger semicircle is 14. So into 14. Cut this 7 with this 14. 7 into 1. 7 into 2. Cut this 2 with this 2. Then 1. Now let's multiply 1 into 1, 1. 22 multiply with this 2. 2 into 2, 4. 2 into 2, 4. 44 centimeters. Okay. So now you know the value of first part, that is 44 centimeters. This first line is 44 centimeters. That arc length is 44 centimeters. Now let's the smaller arc length of the smaller semicircle. You know here the 14 centimeters means diameter. This is diameter of that. D. Here D equal 14. But here in the bigger one, R is 40. This is R. Here D is 14. You know C equals 5D. In a circle. In a circle, C equals 5D. If there's a circle. But if there's a half, then you have to get half into 5D. Half into 5D. Therefore, here we write half into 5D. Because this is a semicircle. Half into 5 means 22/7 into D, here diameter D of the small one, 40. Now let's simplify. 7 into 1, 7 into 2. 2 into 1, 2 into 11. Multiply 11 by 2, 2 into 1, 2, 2 into 1, 2. 22 centimeters. Now you know second part also, that is 22 centimeters. Now easily you can get the perimeter of the figure. Perimeter means length around the figure. Length around the figure. You have to add first line, arc, this arc and this straight line. So 44 plus, let's get one by one, 44. So 44 plus, second value 22. 22 plus, to get the complete figure, we have to add this third value, that means 14 centimeters. 14. Now let's add 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 4, 10. Write 0. 1 remaining. 1 and 1, 2. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 4, 8. 80 centimeters. Perimeter is a length, not an area. So length means you have to use units, centimeters or meters. So our answer is 80 centimeters. Look at this problem in the exercise. Find the perimeter of a semicircular lamina with the measurements given below. Radius is given. Semicircles. Semicircle means half of a circle. With the measurements given below. So let's see how to get perimeter. They ask the perimeter. Can you remember the perimeter of a semicircle is 5r plus 2r. I explained that formula. Perimeter of a semicircle is 5r plus 2r. So let's substitute for that. 5 means 22/7. 5r. So 5, the value of 5 multiply with radius. Radius is here 14. 5r plus 2r. So plus 2r. 2 times 14. 5r plus 2r. 2 times 14. And now simplify this with this one. 7 into 2. 2 into 2, 4. 2 into 2, 4. 44. Plus 2 into 4, 8. 2 into 1, 2. 44 plus 28. 8 plus 4, 12. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 and 1, 7. 72 centimeters. 72 centimeters. Now here the diameter is given. If you want, you can use the same formula, but if diameter is given, you can find the radius. Radius is half of that. You can use the same formula for this also. P equal 5r plus 2r. So if diameter is 7, r is half of that, 7 over 2. If you want, you can get that as 3.5. Otherwise, keep the same way. Now let's use the same formula because they are the perimeter. Perimeter P is 5r plus 2r. Perimeter of a semicircle, 5r plus 2r. Now here 5, value of 5 is 22 over 7 in all the problems. Radius is 7 over 2. Two times here the radius also 7 over 2. I keep as 7 over 2 because I can cut that with this numerator 2. That is why I substitute as 7 over 2. Y and P, what is that? Who is asking that? Vidumini, Y is not there. Anywhere Y is not there. Y, not Y, R. Can you remember at the beginning of the lesson, at the previous part, I introduced this formula. P equal 5R plus 2R. R means here radius. R radius. P perimeter. I just got a letter here. P means perimeter. First letter of perimeter, word P. If you want, you can write the complete word. If you don't like this P, then you can write as perimeter. Perimeter equals. Here R means radius, okay? Y is not there. Okay. Then perimeter, for the convenience, I wrote that as P. We can use P in A. For the area, we can use capital A. Okay. Then cut this 7 with this 7. Cut this 2 with this 22. N and D. And here, in this term also, you can cut this 2 with this 2. according to BODMAS rule, you have to do the multiplications first. After that only you can add. Therefore, don't add these two together. Now 11, here 11 plus here 7. So what is the answer? 11 plus 7? 18. 18 unit is centimeters. Can you understand? Perimeter of a semicircle is 5r plus 2r. If the diameter is given, you can write over 2 divided by 2. And after that, we don't divide that by 2. Just substitute the same value. Because when you substitute in the same way, you can cut these 2 with other values. That is why I directly substitute that way. Okay. Now let's see. This type of problems are in grade 10 also, in all level syllabus also. If you get the idea in grade 9 properly, then next part will be easy for you. Find the perimeter of the shaded part of each of the following figures given below. The curved parts in the figure are semicircles. Use 22/7 for the value of 5. Now you can't use that formula P equal 5r plus 2r. You can't use that because semicircles are not given here. Some different figures are given here. So separately you have to find. First let's find this. You have to identify what are the parts you have to find here. You have to find this arc length. That is the first value you have to get. Then you have to get this value, that is the second straight line when you find in the perimeter, which you have to add. This line, that is the third line you have to add when you find in the perimeter. And this line, that is the fourth line you have to add. But perimeter means length around the figure, don't add this side. Okay, if this is 14, this is a square, no? Then this side also 14. This side also 14. But how to get the arc length, this length? You have to get that. How to get that? This length means diameter. Diameter is 14 here. So let's get the arc length. Diameter is 14. D equals D equals 14 centimeters. You know C equals 5D in a circle, but arc, semicircular arc, half into 5D. Because here only half is there. So half into 5D, half into 5 means 22/7. Diameter D is 14. Okay. Now let's simplify. 2 into 1, 2 into 7, 7 with 7. Now only 22 remaining. So 22. Arc length is 22. Then you know here 22. This here to here distance is 22. And now let's find the perimeter. If you want, write the complete word perimeter. Otherwise, you can write P. And now let's add this length is 22. This length is 22. Okay. That is 22 plus this length is 40. Here to here, here to here. Length around the figure is called as the perimeter. 14. This length 14. Fourth length, that is 40. That is also 14. And now add these values and tell me what is the answer. We added all the sides. Length around the figure is called as perimeter. 64, is that 64? 4 plus 4, 8. 8 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 2, 14. Right, 4. 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 2, 6. Yes, very good. 64 centimeters. 64 centimeters. This one, in this figure, there is a semicircle combined to a triangle. But you can't get this length because that is the line combining that two figures. Therefore, you have to get this arc length. When you find in the perimeter, first you have to find that arc. So that is the first length. You have to get this side. That is the second length you have to add when you get in perimeter. And you have to get this side. That is the third line you have to add. So you have to add two lengths. Okay. If this is 5, this one also 5. You should not add this one because that is the combining line. Only this arc you have to find. Now let's find arc. Semicircular arc. Okay. Arc length. Here the diameter. In this semicircular, here to here means diameter. So D is 7. D is 7. D equals 7. This is not the radius. Here to here distance means diameter. So D is 7. So you can find half into 5D. Because C equals 5D, semicircle therefore should be multiplied that by half. Half into 5D. Now let's multiply half into 5 means 22 over 7. 22 over 7 into diameter is 7. Now let's cut this 7 with this 7. 2 into 1, 2 into 11. So arc length is 11 centimeters. Then this length, this first line is 11. Now let's add. Let's add. You know this value, that is 5. This line 5. This line 11. So what should be the perimeter length around the figure? First one 11. So 11 plus, this is 5 centimeters, 5 plus, this length also 5. So add another 5. 5 plus 5, 10. 10 and 11, 21. So the perimeter is 21 centimeters. Yes. Now look at the third one. When we find in the perimeter of the third figure, which line should be added? There's a bigger semicircular line and smaller semicircular line. So you have to add the bigger semicircular line and here to here distance, from here to here. Okay. That line and this line, that is the second line. And this inner line, this one, that is the third line. Fourth one, length around the figure, no? This one. Fourth one. First one is this one. Try to draw that on this. Okay, you have to add all these sides. Length around figure is perimeter, so get all these lengths. But they have given from here to here, that is 7 centimeters. This distance. That means the small semicircle radius is, the small semicircle radius is 7. But when you consider about bigger semicircle, that radius I will get as capital R. In the bigger one, I will get radius as capital, bigger R. Okay. In the bigger semicircle, I will get the radius as capital R. 10.5. In the smaller semicircle, radius is 7. The bigger one, radius is 10.5. Now let's find the first one, first arc. First one, that means that arc. Semicircle, so half should be there, half into, if radius is given 2 pi r, half into 2 pi r. Phi means 22/7. Radius of the bigger circle is 10.5. Can you remember? We can cut 10.5 with 3.5s. Now let's simplify. Cut this 2 with this 2. For 7, there are two 3.5s. For 10.5, there are three 3.5s. Cut this 2 with this 22. Then 11. 11 into 3, 33. So first arc is 33. So this is 33. Now let's get the second arc, second semicircle. Here third, I numbered as 3. That arc I will substitute for the same formula half into 2 pi r. So directly I will substitute half into 2 into 5 means 22 over 7. Radius is 7 here. In the small semicircle, radius is 7. So put 7 to here. Cut this 7 with this 7. Cut this 2 with this 2. So 22 only remain here. Arc is, small arc is 22. So you can write here 22. When you find in the perimeter, what are the other values you have to add? This small line, what about this small line? This whole, this bigger line up to here 10.5. From here to here 10.5, here to here 7. If you subtract this 7 by this 10.5, you will get this smaller line. It should be 10.5 minus 7. What is 10.5 minus 7?
3.5.
Yes, 10 minus 7 is 3. 10 minus 7 is 3. So 10.5 minus 7 is 3.5. Okay. Here that is 3.5. Here also 3.5. Now you know all the sides, all the lines to find the perimeter. Now add and tell me the answer. This line is 33. This line is 22. This is 3.5. This is 3.5. Perimeter means length around the figure. So just add that. 33 you can write as 33.0. Then it is easy to simplify because in other parts decimals are there. No? 33.0. This line 22 you can write if you want, that can be written as 22.0 because decimal part is 0. Here 3.5. Or otherwise directly add this way. 33, this is 33, this is 22. You know 3.5 plus 3.5, that is 7. So write 7 here. 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 7, 12. 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 1, 6. So what is the perimeter? Perimeter 62 centimeters. Yes, correct. Yes, very good. Now you got the idea. Okay, let's see some problems related to perimeter. Some other problems related to perimeter. Let's move to next part. Look at this problem. Try to understand the problem. Problems related to circumference of a circle. A wheel of radius 35 centimeters. A wheel of radius 35 centimeters moves along a straight road like this wheel. Look at this wheel. What is the radius of the wheel? 35 centimeters. 35 centimeters. Radius is 35. Moves along a straight road. This is a straight line. Road is straight. Find in meters the distance it moves during the full rotation. Full rotation means when it rotates completely one round. How to, can you get the idea of a full rotation? What is called as full rotation? Now let's see. This is the starting point of this radius. Move this way, rotate this way. Now this is the full rotation. So if you measure this distance from here to here, that is the distance traveled during a full rotation. Again, look at that. Starting point here. Now it moves this way. This line moves this way and came to the starting position. So this distance travel when the wheel rotate full round. So if it rotate another round, the wheel can move twice as the previous distance. If it rotate 3 rounds, then it can move three times more than the previous distance. So in any vehicle, when wheel rotate, the vehicle moves. Can you understand the idea? When wheel rotate, vehicle moves. In vehicles, the same way here, when wheel rotate, it can move. Here they ask, the wheel of radius 35 centimeters moving along a straight line, find in meters the distance it moves during one full rotation. One full rotation. This is one full rotation. When it moves one full rotation, the circumference, that line touches the ground. The circumference touches the ground. Center not touch the ground. Circumference only touch the ground. So the idea of this question is you have to find the circumference. You have to find the circumference of the circle. If you find the circumference of the circle, then that is equal to this straight distance. The distance of this straight line equal to the circumference of the circle. Here in brown color, can you see the distance? The circumference of the circle equal to the distance traveled within one round. So Roman number 1, find in meters the distance it moves during one full rotation. Let's see that. That means you have to find the circumference. So let's get the circumference. C equals 2 pi r. Circumference equal to 5r. So 2 into 5 means 22 over 7. 2 into 22 over 7 into 2 5 r. R radius. Radius is 35 centimeters here. Radius 35 centimeters. So put 35 to here. Now cut 7 and 35. 7 into 1, 7 into 5, 35. So in the numerator, all the three values are there. 2 into 5, 10. 2 into 5, 10. 20 into 10, 220. Okay. Then circumference is 220. Okay. Then 220 centimeters means for 100 centimeters equal 1 meter. Therefore, when you divide by 100, that means separate in 2 decimal places. So 2.2 meters, that is equal to 2.2 meters. Okay. What is the distance it moves in meters during 100 rotations? 100 rotations means 100 rotations. This is one rotation. If there are 100 rotations, you have to find the circumference and multiply the circumference by 100. So let's multiply circumference by 100. Now you know circumference is 2.2 meters. So 2.2 meters into 100. 2.2 into 100. Move the decimal place 2 places, then 22, 220. 220 meters. When the wheel rotates 100 times, when the wheel rotates 100 rotations, it moves 220 meters. Can you understand? When the wheel rotates 100 times, it moves 220 meters. Roman number 3. How many rotations does the vehicle undergo when traveling the distance of 1.1 kilometers? When it travels 1.1 kilometers, how many rotations? You know one rotation is 2.2 meters. So you have to find for 1.1 kilometers how many rotations are there. Let's convert 1.1 kilometers into meters. 1 kilometer equal to 1000 meters. So 1.1 multiplied by 1000. 1.1 multiplied by 1000, that is 1100 meters. One rotation means 2.2. So divide 1100 by the distance of one rotation, one full rotation. Divide 1100 by 2.2. So how to divide that? How to do that calculation? 1100 divide by 2.5 means 2.2 means you can multiply this 2.2 by 10 because we want to convert that into a whole number according to the number of decimal places. You can multiply both numerator and the denominator. 2.2 multiplied by 10 is 22. Why we multiply both numerator and denominator by 10? Because I want to get this as a whole number. Here there's one decimal place, so multiply by 10. Now this, when you multiply this one by 10, then there are 3 zeros. 22 divided by 11, 11 into 2, 22. 11 into 1, 11, then here 0, here 0, here 0. 1000 divided by 2, 1000 divided by 2, answer is 500. Therefore, if the wheel rotates 500 rounds, it will travel 1.1 kilometers. If the circle rotates 500 rounds, it will travel 1.1 kilometers. That is the idea. That wheel problems are there. If wheel problems are there, first you have to find the circumference of the circle because circumference touches the ground. One round means circumference. Okay. Now let's see problems in exercise 18.3. A lamina composed of two semicircles is shown in the figure. This is pasted on the ornamental box. A gold thread is to be pasted around the lamina. Then if we paste gold thread, that means perimeter. If we paste a gold thread here this way around this ornament, that is an ornament box. So paste a gold thread. That means perimeter around this. If paste something, that idea is perimeter. Here you have to find this arc length, this line, this arc length, and this length. All the four parts should be added. Okay, then you know this is 1.4, then this is also 1.4 because that is symmetrical. But we have to find this bigger semicircle and smaller semicircle. In smaller semicircle, diameter is 4.2. Diameter is 4.2. In the bigger semicircle, diameter means you have to add all these parts. To get the diameter of bigger semicircle, you have to add all these lengths. So what should be the diameter of the bigger semicircle? D equals, add in a separate place 1.4, 4.2 and 1.4. 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 4, 10. 10 means 0. There's a decimal point. I will put that decimal point here. 1 remain. Then 1 and 1, 2. 2 plus 4, 6, 6 and 1, 7. So what is the diameter of the bigger semicircle? That is 7.0. That means 7. I will get arc 1. Arc 1, that means bigger semicircle, half into 5D. I got the diameter. Can you remember? Diameter was 7. When you add 1.4, when we add 1.4, 1.4 and 4.2, that was 7. In the bigger semicircle, diameter was 7. I directly substitute that. So cut this 7 with this 7. 2 into 1, 2 into 11. So first arc is 11 centimeters. Arc 1 is 11. So we can get this length as 11. Small semicircle diameter is 4.2. So you can, let's name that arc as arc number 2. Arc 2. Half into 5D, diameter is given, so half into 5D. If radius is given, half into 2 phi r. Half into 5 means, I will directly substitute. 5 means 22 over 7. Diameter is 4.2. Cut this 2 with this 22, then 11. 7 into what? 42. 7 into 6, 42, but here 4.2 is there. 7 into 6, 42, but 4.2 is there. Here there's one decimal place, so separate one decimal place. Then you have to write this as 0.6. Okay, 0.6. Now 6 into 11, 6 into 11, 6 into 1, 6, 6 into 1, 6. But there's a decimal place, so separate decimal place. Now you want to get the perimeter. To get the perimeter, you have to add all the sides. 11 plus this length 6.6. Quickly add and tell me the answer. 11, 1.4, 1.4 and 6.6. Quickly add that and tell me the answer. 11 can be written as 11.0. Other one 1.4. Here also 1.4. Here 6.6. Add and tell me the answer. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 and 4, 14. 1 remains. 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 6, 10. 1 remain. 1 and 1, 2. 20.4. Is that correct? When you adding values, you have to consider about decimal places. This is the first decimal place. Align first decimal place. Keep all the first decimal places in one line. These are ones. Keep all the ones in one line. These are tens. Keep all the tens in one line. Properly write before addition. Okay, otherwise you will get wrong answers. What should be the answer? 4 plus 4, 8. 8 and 6, 14. 1 go to other side. 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 6. 10, 0, 1 and 1, 2. 20.4. Can you understand? Therefore, perimeter is 20.4. 11 can be written as 11.0. Otherwise, you will get wrong answers. That is why I wrote 11 as 11.0. Because in other values, decimal places are there. Then if you write as 0.0, calculations are easy. So this is Roman number 1, perimeter. They ask about the perimeter in the Roman number 1. Second question, find the total length in meters of the thread required to paste around 500 such laminas. There are 500 such laminas. Can you remember the sport meet? You make some badges, no? Then think this is like a batch like that. Then if you want 500 such badges, then what you have to do? If you paste a gold thread around this, you need 500 such threads. Then you have to multiply this 20.4 by 500. So Roman number 2, multiply 20.4 by 500. Multiply 20.4 by 500 and tell me the answer. when you multiplying, first you can put these double zeros. Put that double zeros. Put that double zeros first. Now 5 remains. 5 into 4, 20. Write that 0. Then 2 remains. 5 into 0, 0. 0 plus 2, 2. Now 5 into this 2, 10. But in this answer, you have to separate one decimal place because there's one decimal place here. Separate one decimal place. But this value in centimeters. You have to find the answer in meters. This is in centimeters. So, to convert centimeters into meters, you have to divide by 100. Divide by 100. Dividing by 100 means cancelling 2 zeros. If you cancel these 2 zeros, then 102 will be the answer. So, let's write 102 meters. What is the answer? You need 102 meters to make 500 such laminas. This is called as a lamina. If you want to make 500 such laminas, if you want to paste a thread around this to make 500 such laminas, you need 102 meters.